Greetings. Okay, so the live stream crashed. I tried to pause it so I can run to the restroom real quick and it crashed. So pile number three, I'm gonna just have to pick this up as a part two. So luckily, I didn't even start pile number three. Like I couldn't take it. I'm like, I gotta go to the restroom real quick. So yeah, this will be pile number three. Those of you that were drawn to the mythical goddess 𝗛𝗽𝗆𝗆. So hopefully we won't have any problems, which we shouldn't. So yeah, let's go ahead and tap into your reading. And I hope that the live recovers because I was privately live streaming. So I hope that it recovers the live stream and it didn't delete itself, which sometimes when it crashes, it doesn't. It loads. It just doesn't show you. So we'll see. I hope to God that reading is recovered. So anywho, we're going to tap into your inner goddess. I'm going to use the African goddess rising and the mystical goddess tarot. But before I do, I'm going to pull up some archetype just to confirm whether or not this is your message or your reading. I'm going to try to shuffle this way because both sides kind of reveal the message or the words. So I'm just going to shuffle from this angle. Some of the archetypes might resonate and some may not, but as long as at least most of it resonates, you'll know that most likely this is your pile. If not, you can always choose another goddess pile. So let's see what your archetype is, your personality, your character. See if this is your message. Okay. Interesting. One of the piles got this card. I'm going to consider it, but I'm going to pull one more. Let's see. Okay, the wounded. Okay, so this card, the visionary, came out in one of the piles, and then you have the wounded card that wanted to come out as well. So you're someone that is very creative. Okay, you could be a seer, yourself. I don't feel like you're someone that talks a lot, or at least a lot of what you see and what you know, you don't always speak on it. You're someone that is more of an introspective person. I do see that most people might not really know how deep you really are. They may see you as like a physically, conventionally attractive person, but may not know that you have a lot of depth to you, a lot of gifts, maybe. They may not even know that you are gifted or to the degree that you are gifted. Your gifts may come from your ancestors like over 100 years ago, like ancestors you don't even know about. They could have been getting like sorceress, and I just smelled fire. So they could have worked with like in the temples where there was a lot of fire magic, maybe, or something like that. Maybe you're drawn to the fire magic or candle magic or something for a reason, or you do a lot of your spiritual work with fire. Okay, could be a fire sign too as well. Just noted. Your ancestors may come to you in the form of butterflies. You could be someone that is an artist or you literally paint. Um, could be an abstract artist. You're very wise. I feel like you are a clairvoyant person. Um, just something deeply intense about your eyes. I feel like you get complimented on your skin tones. You can have tan skin to very deeply melanated skin. You get complimented on your eyes as well. They could be colored or they could just be something very intense about your look, your eyes in particular. You could have like softer features, very pronounced lips. Maybe your nose is a bit like chiseled, but your eyes are like kind of like this old soul look to them. If you're a young person, it's like this piercing kind of what people would say crystal children or indigo children, like your eyes very crystal, like see through a person's soul. So it's an intense gaze. You may wear things over your head. Maybe it's a cultural thing as well. But I feel like you carry a lot of like your face, like you if you're upset, people can see it. Like you wear your emotions on your face. Strong empath energy. you have a lot that goes on in your head. Maybe you've been exposed, maybe your culture is like, you may be exposed to a lot of warfare in your culture, in your country, or where your ancestors are from. Maybe you've seen a lot of bloodshed, I'm getting, like, or if you lived in a bad neighborhood, maybe, death is just the norm for you. You have a deep intensity about you, but you're someone that I feel like people may also not know what you've been through as well, like some of the trauma you've experienced. Because you carry yourself very well, you dress very well, you may talk very well. It's like people might be shocked to hear, where you've come from or the experiences that you have, because you don't seem like you come from that, just if that makes sense. Okay. So let's get into your reading, see what your inner goddess messages are. Okay, so let's see what messages your inner goddess have for you. What's the message that they have for you? The main message the pile number 3's inner goddess has. It's a lot of cards trying to come out. You have the Mayat card with giving and receiving, Medusa with rage. You also have scarcity and celestial alignment that wanted to come out. You have so many cards. I feel like there's so much that wants to be said. You may not speak a lot. You may not talk to people about your problems. So there's a lot of, you kind of have to gather your own inner guidance. You don't have people to really maybe connect with, or you just don't feel comfortable with sharing some of the things that's on your heart and on your mind. You don't have people to give you advice or give you counsel. Maybe you're that for others, but you don't, always have that to your disposal for whatever reason. Let's see, what's their message to you? I'm gonna put those cards back. Just one card, or at least two, because I'm doing a spread here, so that's why I don't need that many cards for that one question. So Sacred Lust came out in one of the other piles in the same placement. So there could be something about you that you're way more sensual, beautiful. You might cover up a lot. Like I said, it could be a cultural thing where you cover your head, or just the trauma you experience. You don't feel comfortable with sharing that part of your energy or embracing your physical beauty. Okay. Celestial alignment came out anyway. So there's a lot of children in these cards. It's like at least 4 babies in different cards. So the message for you is to tap into your sensuality and embrace your beauty internally and externally. When it comes to sensual pleasures, maybe not sexually, but pleasures of life, and knowing that you're deserving to experience good things. Like that is your right to feel and experience the goodness of life and not to hold yourself to it. And it could be a little bit kind of feeling like this energy of PTSD as well. Let's clarify. Okay, I'm trying to show you guys the cards the best way that I can. The Sacred Lust card, Holy Spirit, Divine Source. Thank you. Yeah, you have the Earth, Mother Earth. So she kind of looks like her energy here with the Joy card, with the Mama Earth feeding her baby, breastfeeding her. It's giving that same energy here. So this could have been something that you experienced in the womb. Maybe you shame yourself for something with something with fertility, conception, conceiving, or birth. Something there with that may require you to heal. Some of you guys may need to work with roses or some sort of flower, something that represents the yoni, something with the heart chakra, maybe a yoni stin or cleanse or something. You could benefit from that. Or doing charging your yoni with the sunlight, like in a sacred space where nobody's watching or looking, of course, but you could look into that. Feel like your yoni needs some love sent to her. Okay. So your inner goddess is encouraging you like to connect with her through more so with joy and letting yourself kind of be embraced as a child of the divine. Like Mama Earth has my back. Mama Earth loves me and nurtures me. Look at all the beauty around me. You know, there's something about taking in that essence of divine nurturing and love from Mama Earth, or just divine mother energy. Most cultures acknowledge the God energy as a male or masculine or father energy. It's very rare. Some cultures do. At least in ancient times, divine mother was God energy, or it was a balance of mama and daddy energy of the God source. So there could be something with mother wounds here too that needs healing. I'm going to clarify this joy card as well. So connecting with the earth more. Yeah, it's like you have the earth, 6 of success, which is 6 of pentacles energy. The more you give, the more you receive. And it's like, maybe it's a perception that you have that I give so much, but I get so little back. But there's a shift in perspective in seeing just how much divine spirit does support you and give to you. Your inner goddess, I feel like there's something about when you tap into this energy of joy within yourself, and I'm going to read the message in this card, but when you tap into that, there's something that will favor your finances, the area of finances and career, business, because this card is the moon in Taurus. So Taurus rules the 2nd house. It's something about manifestation when it comes to financial stability or abundance or success or career success, business success. Let's see, number 16. Okay, so joy. Temple of the Warriors, element is bush, which is earth in this deck. It says, Yah rules life and death as a joyful crone celebrated as Mama Earth. Her energy is loving, fertile, and nurturing, and her name is evoked at major life transitions. The guidance is your happiness matters. Joy is sacred. Your laughter waters the earth. You deserve to be happy. It is safe for you to feel good. Allow yourself to feel joy with no limits. This is self-love. Your happiness doesn't need to look like anyone else's. If you can't imagine it, you won't be able to live it. Giggle therapy break. Close your eyes and see yourself joy-filled. Now laugh with your mouth and your eyes wide open. Try to release feel-good endorphins. I hope I'm saying that right. I know that's like a chemical within the body. Goddess declaration, it says, I feel like me when I'm happy. I feel like me when I'm happy. Okay. Your inner goddess is saying the best way to embody your inner self, your inner goddess, is through forgiveness, with soul forgiveness. Some of you guys may have lost some babies, not had full-term pregnancies. For some of you, maybe you had made a decision that you couldn't have a child, if you know what I'm saying. Some of you guys could have been pregnant with twins. The Spirit is saying you have to forgive yourself for that. You have to. And if their physical presence didn't make it in this physical room, their soul, their spirit essence still lives. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna clarify this. The star with the Palladian star goddess. Your inner goddess also wants you to know that you are divinely guided on your way, on your path, in a major way. Like, they go out of their way to leave synchronicities and little gems and little nuggets along your path to help you, to encourage you, to support you or to comfort you in times that you need, maybe even when you haven't even asked. Yeah, fear. Wind, number 5, fear, which is the 5 of Swords. So you could be petrified, you know, like you feel a little bit scared. You may judge yourself for a lot of the choices. You may feel like you deserve certain things. There's a reason why certain things have happened to you or why people have treated you the way that they did. It's like you might self-blame a little bit. Let me read the soul forgiveness card, number 28. Okay. Goddess of soul forgiveness, Temple of the Lovers. She was the first woman. Her father, 𝗥𝗲𝗱𝗆, the cranky supreme god, put I don't know how to say her name. I'm even going to try to do that. And her loud children in a basket and dismissed them to earth. Wow. Who do you need to forgive? Let it go and reclaim yourself. Forgiveness is a gift of freedom for you, from you. You can't rush forgiveness. You have to feel it to heal it. Feel the pain, hurt, grief, rage, and despair. Take time with your heart. Forgiveness is a higher vibration frequency than the pain you must allow yourself to feel. Unforgiveness colors your world with lack, mistrust, and resentment. You start to see everything through victim-colored glasses. But forgiveness does not have to include reconciliation. Start with self-forgiveness. Say out loud, I forgive myself with love. The goddess declaration is, I forgive and free myself. I forgive and free others. Okay. I feel like 𝗪𝗀, she came out too earlier as well in another reading, but 𝗪𝗀 with the storms. Storms is the winds of change and transition. And it's like making that conscious decision to, as you walk with her daily, to be the change that you wish to see in your environment, in your life, in your world. You can't change others, but you definitely can change yourself. And how other people treat you, it's like they have free will to choose whether they respect your boundaries, respect you or not, but it's your choice how you handle that, what boundaries you enforce, or if it requires you to step away to protect your energy. So yeah, your inner goddess is saying, like, in order to walk with her daily, like walk with that essence and that energy, to be open to making those change and being welcoming of the change, welcoming of the storm. Sometimes it's something that feels good, change feels good, and sometimes it feels like a little bit of a challenge or a little forced or unwanted, unexpected. Change could happen gradually. It may be that you bring about this shift and this change in your environment in ways maybe that are not so conscious or just a conscious decision or choice. But for the most part, how you can control this is, again, like you decide to be the change that you wish to see in your life, in your environment, and what you can control and change, at least, right? So walking with her daily is choosing to show up and be open to change and transitions and the evolution, and knowing that you also are a participant of that, that you do have some level of responsibility to bring about change. And it starts with self, of course, and within the self. Let me see. I'm going to read the card briefly, but it says, the winds of change are in motion. Into every life, a little rain must fall. Personal storms clear away the old. Sometimes change moves slowly. At other times, change is swift. What would you like to change? If you're not actively changing it, you're choosing it. To make shift happen, focus on what you want. Stop giving energy to what is not working. The biggest thing holding you back is you. If you want people in life to treat you better, you go first. If you attract betrayal, stress, and strife, the common denominator is you. Beating yourself up is self-harm. Feel your feelings. Honor your journey. Tell yourself the truth and practice self-compassion. The goddess declaration is, I make shift happen. Okay. Your spiritual team and your inner goddess is encouraging you to work on getting more in alignment with yourself, more in alignment with your divinity. There's something maybe about like astrology or something, so you could be into that. You may be aware of your natal chart, certain placements. You could be into manifestation, or maybe, you know, you might be encouraged to kind of tap more into this, have a better sense of yourself, your purpose, your path, with things that are kind of mapped out. Like I said, I just get this energy like your spiritual team does go out of their way a lot to leave certain nuggets, synchronicities or signs for you to help you walk your path, to navigate it a little bit better. Let's see. Okay, sorceress. Yeah, like you have more power. This is the magician card in this deck. The sorceress is the magician, energy of manifestation, the ability to tap into your spiritual gifts and make shift happen. Remember how I was saying, this is funny how this shit be coming full circle, but remember how I was saying that for some of you, you resonate with fire magic. See how she's working with this fire here? Some of you, yeah, that's definitely you. And what's coming out of her hands looks like fire too, like what's radiating out of her hands. Okay, so you could have very powerful hands or healing hands. Let me see, I'm going to read this card, celestial alignment. Okay, so it says your natural path is to be in alignment with your own divinity. No one can take from you what they didn't give you. How do you want to feel? You think often about what you want, but goddess energy speaks to us in feelings. Celestial alignment is being in sync with the energetic feeling, the frequency of the sacred. Everything that you desire is in that frequency. Match it with your feelings. That is the energy of goddess. The goddess declaration is, I'm always being guided in the right direction. Yes, you are. Okay. So, feel like your spiritual team, but your inner goddess is going to help you tap more into your magic through you utilizing your intuition more and really trusting it. Okay, really trusting in that, and kind of the more you nurse, the more you kind of like a baby, like your intuition, your spiritual gifting, your mental like your intellectual property, you protect it at all costs, like a baby, like your child. You feed it, you nurture it, you play with it, you anticipate its arrival, the birth of a child. It's like you anticipate that you're going to grow stronger, that it's going to be healthy, that your gifts are going to gain much more clarity and much more power and momentum, and will be useful, not just to you, but to others. So your inner goddess is saying that she's going to help you cultivate and work in your magic more through your intuition. I don't really feel the need to clarify this. Let me see, but no, I'm trusting my intuition. Let me read the rest here in the book. I like this guidebook a lot. Anyway, your inner guidance is, you already know. Take a deep breath and surrender to what you know to be true. Trust your inner wisdom and guidance. What is your guidance telling you? Put your hands over your third eye and ask, if I knew what the answer is, what would it be? And then follow your first instinct. The Creator and your ancestors connect with you through your intuition. Trust your internal GPS. The nudges, signs, and coincidences are divine guidance. Slow down, go for a walking meditation, be present with nature, and pay attention. Being present allows you to feel, hear, see, and sense your guidance. The goddess declaration is, I am knowing. Okay. So your inner guidance wants to also teach you about your divine lineage, your ancestors, the gifting, the power of them. More so in particular, maybe the feminine or the female ancestors on your side. Some of you guys may resonate with Mother Mary or the Virgin Mary, Mary Magdalene, the Black Madonna. You may resonate with those mother figures, those holy mother figures, or Isis, Yemoya as well. Some of you guys may be guided to go to the ocean to connect with your ancestors, to get deeply rooted in yourself, who you are, the inner goddess inside of you, your gifts. Okay. It's like there's a center here. You get centered with the ocean. It's like maybe some type of spiritual ritual or practice, personal sacred practice, where you're being called to cleanse or to connect through the ocean. So I want to read the guidebook because your ancestors are calling you. There's something about like hidden gifts, healing abilities, a history that you don't need a family scrapbook or your, oh yeah, your grandma, your so and so used to be this, and it's like, you know, the family stories, the hand-me-down stories. This is something that you can tap into within yourself without all of that. You don't need a DNA test and all that type of shit. You don't need to go on ancestry.com. Maybe some of that contributes to it. It could be a puzzle piece, but I'm getting this as more of a personal sacred thing here. So the guidance is, it says your ancestors protect the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is you. Divine ones walk beside and within you. Trust. Your ancestors want to remind you that you are not alone. They are rooting for you. They ask you to honor your spirit guides and call upon the power of the divine. Create or nourish your ancestral altar or shrine. Unbury your ancestors. Speak their names. Your divine lineage ancestors may be blood related or culturally or spiritually connected. The goddess declaration is, I am my sister, and my sister is me. This particular goddess that they're referring to, it says, a great ancestress 𝗛𝗲𝗀𝗆𝗆, meaning Sarah the Black, was an Egyptian prophetess and the patron saint of the Romani people. Oral history says that the Sainte Sarah had the highest divine lineage. So yeah, some of you guys may like resonate with those Roman like temples and like those ancient divine mothers. Like I said, the Virgin Marys and the Black Madonnas and the Lady of Guadalupe. Like you may resonate with those figures. So I'm gonna leave it at that, you guys. Much love as always. I'm sending many blessings to you your way. Hope this reading encourages, inspires you, gives you a sense of peace, direction, and healing. And as always, much love. Peace.